Hello, hi and welcome. We are doing an easy food bag meal today. We're going to do two different videos, so you'll just have to excuse me while I find myself on here, because then I can just check that at least what I'm doing, you can see me. I haven't got my head chopped off to here or anything like that, because I can't see on there what's going on. So give me just a moment. I'll find myself. We're going to try two things today. We are going to try to do a flatbread, and then I'm going to pause the video and then I'll come straight back on again and I'll teach you how to do a chickpea curry. So bear with me, let's see if we can get this all up and running. Hang on one second. Find myself on here, nearly there. Definitely want it on silent. I don't like hearing my own voice. Ooh. Ooh. Do you like your own voice? I'm always a bit like when I hear my voice. I think I sound like hello, hi and welcome. So right, I can see myself on here. I think we're ready to go. So I'm going to show you the easiest flatbreads you will ever be able to make. All you need is some plain flour. Now I gave loads of flour out with the food bags about a week ago, all ready for pancake day. And some of you will have used all of it. Some of you will have a little bit left, and this is an amazingly yummy thing you can do with it. So I've got 300 grams of flour, or at least I will do when I pull some of it out. 300 grams of flour in a bowl. This is honestly the easiest thing you will ever do. You want to get 1/4 teaspoon. If you haven't got one of these jazzy things that tells you what the different things are, literally just 1/4 teaspoon will do. So 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Let me just get it in there. I always end up doing a little bit too much salt. Perfect. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. Just shake it off on there. And 1/4 teaspoon of cumin. Now, if you're thinking, what on earth is cumin? You can buy it in Aldi, and it will cost you 45p for a thing of cumin. And it smells amazing. Love the smell of cumin. So that is that. Just those things in, nice and simple. Mix it around for a moment. 1/4 teaspoon of cumin, salt, and baking powder. Okay, and then you want some yogurt, natural yogurt. Okay, and with your natural yogurt, you want 1 spoon of natural yogurt. Tablespoons, 4 of these. 4 tablespoons of natural yogurt in there, and then mix. Okay, now these will taste seriously yummy. I tried them out earlier. You just want to mix that in there before you add any water, and in a moment you're going to want 110 ml of water. So here we go, mix it all around a little bit. So what have I got? I've got 300 grams of flour, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of cumin, and 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. I've seen recipes where they put a lot more baking powder in that. You could go up to a whole teaspoon of baking powder if you wanted to. I'm just doing my 1/4. And then scrape it all off. You just want to add, once I've got this in here, just want to add a little bit of water. So 110 milliliters, but don't put it all in one go. What I'm going to do is add most of it and mix it round, because you really don't want too wet a mixture. This looks like it might be already too wet a mixture. If it is, I'll just add a bit more flour. It's kind of trial and error. Work it out. Oh no, we might be all right. So mix it up. Probably won't want any water. Get it all in. It will take you a while to collect all the flour up. Do not be deceived that it's too dry. Just keep going and keep going. And if you really can't, then add some more water. As you can see, I hope you can see from there, I'm just trying to collect up all the bits from the bottom. So I collect up a bit, flip it over, rub it in, fold it over, collect up a little bit more, fold it over, spill it everywhere. There we go. Fold it round. It's all coming nicely now. Nearly got it. Whoops. Nearly got it all. There you go. Almost there. Till you've got basically all that flour, all that water, everything else mixed in. And then you you want to put this to one side and get kneading. So once you're kneading, you just literally want to press it in like so. If you wanted to, you could get a bit of flour at the bottom, just not to get yourself too messy to mix up. So I've got myself a bowl here to just add. There you go. Get it all mixed in. Get yourself kneading as best as you can. And literally all you want to do is get it smooth. So once you're rolling like this, mine is a little bit wetter. You might find yours is a bit drier. My mix earlier was a bit wetter, drier than this. Get it smooth. Doesn't take long at all. This is literally a 5-minute flatbread. And then all you want to do once you've got it like that is put it to one side. I literally use the same bowl I had before, cover it with some cling film, and come back to it in 5 minutes. But of course, we're live TV and we don't want to hang around for 5 minutes. So give me a sec, I'll just rinse my hands. I'm sure you can hear the lovely sound of hands rinsing going on over here. So what I've done is I have prepared earlier a batch of dough. Now you can leave it for 5 minutes, you can leave it for longer if you like. I've literally left mine for 5 minutes. I made one 2 minutes before I pressed play, and I reckon it's been 5 minutes altogether. So there you go, that's hands washed. I'll dry them well. And as Blue Peter says, here's one I made earlier. So I've just let that stand for a few minutes, nice and easy. And all I'm going to do is this. Take that off, get a nice pan heating on here. No oil, no nothing. You can fry it if you like. I quite like it without. And what I'm going to do is this. Get my hands in the flour, just stops it sticking. Get a little piece off, roll it into a ball, like so. Dab it in on that side, dab it in on that side, and then, I'll lay some of this down because I've got it sticking earlier. All I need is my rolling pin, which is in here. And all you're going to do is roll it, turn it round, roll it, turn it round, roll it, and then here is where it gets exciting. Get a tiny bit of water, I've got a little bit still in here, and rub it on the back. There you go, a little bit of water on your fingers. And then I use some of the garlic paste I told you about that you can get in Aldi, 45p again. I reckon I should get commission from Aldi, selling all their stuff. Tiny splodge, really not much. Spread it over. And then you want to get a little bit of that cumin powder that you had before. Spread it over the top. Just a tiny sprinkle. If you have cumin seeds, you could use cumin seeds. You could use any kind of herb spices you like. You could use coriander if you happen to have some fresh. I'm just adding some parsley. I don't have any in my freezer this week, so I'm just using a tiny bit of dried parsley, but we often have it at the front. So if you want some, come and grab it. And there you go, there's my first one ready to go on what's hopefully a hot pan. Get that on there, I'll just rinse my fingers. It takes seconds, literally. Notice I've put no oil, no butter, nothing like that. It's literally on my pan, ready to go. And while that one's going, you could get started with your next one if you like. So remember, a bit of flour on your fingers, pull a little bit off, make a ball, dip it in, turn it around and dip it again, and just roll it out. So nice and simple. Really, really simple. This has been literally 5 minutes. You know, it's just such an easy thing to make. You've got to be fast because you don't want that to overcook on one side. Almost there, needs a tiny bit more. So, tiny bit of water on my fingers again. Rub it round. Get my garlic paste. Put a tiny blob on. You literally don't need much. Whack it on. Get your cumin. Whack that one on. And a tiny bit of parsley. And work that one on. Oops. There you go. Rub it around. make sure we're ready. Rinse my fingers again, just because you end up getting very sticky. And let's have a look and see how that is coming. If I can find this actually I was going to flip it with. Oh, that sounded good. Look at that. Lovely on one side. Turn it over on the other. I could even whack my other one in while I'm waiting. And basically, that's how you make a family's worth of flatbread. Let me just get the other one on there. Cut this one down a little bit. It's almost there. Isn't that super easy? I was so thrilled when I found out. I love flatbread. Now you can have flatbread with loads of things. You could have it with hummus. You could have it with tzatziki. You can make your own tzatziki, super easy, just with natural yogurt, and you can add in some cucumbers and some mint and that kind of thing. Gorgeous. I'll teach you to do that another time. Or you can buy it from Aldi, cheap as chips. You can have it as a lovely starter. You can have it with dipping oils. Or, look at that. Doesn't that look amazing? I think that's very almost done. Or you can have it with curry. So I'm going to sign off in just a moment. And then I'm going to come straight back on again. I just clear my surfaces. Give me 5 minutes. And we're going to do a chickpea curry. Now, I tell you why. Chickpeas are something we have in abundance in our food bank. Every food bag from any food bank anywhere usually gets a chickpea curry. And the problem is this. Most people don't know what to do with them. The even bigger problem is this. They then come to us, ask for a food bag and bring back stuff saying, I didn't know what to do with these, so I thought you could give them to someone else. So not only do we have our own supply of chickpeas, we have all the chickpeas that no one else is eating from anywhere else because they don't know what to do with them. So I thought, what can you do with chickpeas that would be amazing? And I thought curry, nice and easy. So stick with me, and in a moment we'll do a chickpea curry, but just take a look at this. I don't know if you can see this properly. Oh, it's hot on screen, but lovely and fluffy on the inside. Lovely, deliciously soft, smells incredible, and it tastes good. I only know because I made some earlier just to try them out first, and they taste fantastic. They take moments to make. Look at that one, absolutely gorgeous, nearly there, and they taste so good with pretty much everything. So if you'll bear with me, I'm going to turn it off, come back on and show you how to make a chickpea curry, but just in case you don't stay with me, let me say a prayer for you. Jesus, I want to ask that you would bless every household that gets to see this. I ask that you'd give them such a joy in their house, such a sense of your presence and your goodness and your love over their lives. And I want to ask you, Jesus, that as we start to come out of lockdown, you would keep every single family that watches this really safe. Keep them safe. Keep their health safe. Keep them as a family safe. And would you bless them abundantly? Amen. Amen. Well, I'll see you in a short moment. Bye for now.